Hello, my name is William Cohen. I'm going to show you the easy way to tie an adjustable bow tie. All bow ties, or most bow ties, are adjustable. So the easy way to tie it in the first instance is to let it all the way out, and you'll see why as we go through the demonstration. So this effectively fits in by collar size and it just slips into there. If you take it out and let it all the way out, it makes tying the bow tie a lot easier. Right, tie is obviously the same either end, two blades, so therefore goes round the neck, and it doesn't matter which end you start, whichever is more comfortable. So where the blade, you make sure that's not twisted, where the blade comes onto the tie, bring that by your top button. Then all you do is take long over short and take your long up. Pull tight. Forget your long. You form your bow, and you can either form your bow either way, it doesn't matter. You form your bow like that, and then you drop your long over the front. By doing so, you create a hole here. That is where you need to pass the bow tie through. You've got a single on this side and a double on this side. So all you want to do is get to the other double behind the single and through the hole. The double is here, and you create that by putting your finger into the blade and you pull through. Now I've done all of this by touch because it's easier to do it by touch rather than to do it in the mirror, because obviously in the mirror everything is the wrong way round. I then got single, double, double, single. You then have a little play to make sure you're happy with the shape of your bow tie, which feels, without looking in a mirror, about right. I then pull down here to tighten. I've then got the tie, and all you need to do then is to tighten it, and the easiest way to do that is to get someone just to come in and tighten it on the inside again to bring it tight, so it's tight to the top button, and they can flick it in that hole for you, and then you've done it. There we go. Bring that round to the front, make sure the wing is over the bow, covering the top button. There you go. The easy way to tie a bow tie.
Hello Noisebridge, and greetings from Edinburgh, Scotland. I will be asleep by the time you see this, otherwise I would have done this over Skype or some other cool synchronous protocol, but what the hell, a movie file works. I miss you guys a lot, but won't be able to make it myself to 5 Minutes of Fame today. You'll have a lot of fun yourselves though. So for this night's entertainment, I figured I'd tell all of you how to tie a bow tie. Because in the immortal words of Doctor Who, bow ties are cool. I have one standard issue, cheap off of tie rack when they decided they didn't want it anymore. Self-tied bow tie. It's pretty much a symmetric piece of fabric. These two lobes are pretty much exactly the same once you get them lined up. And got a nice little pattern to it as well, so you can see once I hold it up close. To tie it, put it around your neck, underneath the collar, just like with an ordinary tie, for those of you who either are forced to or still voluntarily wear them. Put, there we go, get some the action here. Put one lobe over the other and make sure it's slightly lower, slightly longer than the other. You might, if you're bull-necked like I am, you may have to pull this reasonably tight, and you wrap it around and pull it up right there, so that you basically have a knot, plain knot around your neck. Now put this to one side, we'll ignore that. The other one we fold over on itself. First one goes down over. Now here's a bit of a fiddly bit. I'm going to take my finger and shove it through the entire tie back here until it pokes out on the other side. And then I'm going to take this part that I folded down and push it up behind so I can get hold of it with a finger and pull it through the entire knot. If you tie your shoelaces the way I do them, this is the exact same knot, only you don't see what you're doing because you're doing it right up here at your throat, and you're doing it with this weird piece of fabric that's built to look really snazzy once you've managed it, but doesn't really help the process. Once it's through, you tighten it by pulling on the two loops, and now you have this misshapen mess. So now comes the point where you clean up the knot. You'll pull on one or the other of these components, the flat things that correspond to the single strands in a shoe knot, the loops, until, I tend to do this by feel. I pull until they seem reasonably evenly sized, all of these things. And again, my neck is particularly fat, so I can usually never get them exact same size, but after you sort of nudge them and pull them and poke them a little bit, they'll be approximately the same size. These things will more or less line up, and these things will more or less line up, at which point you can pull your collar back down, pop the bow tie in front, and go out to meet the world, securing the knowledge that you're slightly more hipster and slightly more weird than anyone else in sight. And the best thing with wearing a bow tie is when you're done for the day, when you feel you can step down in formality of it, you get to do this. And this feels really cool when you do. That's it from your Scottish style guru. Enjoy the rest of the 5 minutes of fame.